That's why the patent and novelty should not be sold in the market for commercial value. Otherwise, if we see in the science, so many things are there. Where is the patent? After 14 only, when Queen called someone, she wanted to make a good window, house window, and she called some technical person. He made a very nice that in European countries, British. So he made a very good that window, and then Queen was called to visit that, and she found, oh my God, remarkable. Okay, for 1 year, no one will prepare like this. So basically, concept started from that. It was not that, but later on, that up to, if we see that first industrial revolution, I do not find that 1300 or 1200 beginning, 1200 late centuries and 1300 beginning, whatever ideas came, they just started to be implemented as such to serve the society for civilization and to upgrade the living standard and quality of the life. Because we started, ultimately we were primitive initially, but now we are at a very advanced stage. But I think if we see that this second revolution after 1600, and too much concepts were came into the existence for commercialization. So that time also patent business came into the being, that why novelty should not be give a kind of some interface where the commercial business could be done. So in this regard, ultimately your ideas, which are spontaneous ideas, all research, all remarkable inventions, they are just accidental. If someone says that we are going to do invention, I do not find. May do innovation, as already explained by the speakers, modifications as per our requirements, certain improvement, but inventions not possible. So ultimately, now if we see this thing, that fundamentals of the intellectual property right, see, curiosity is number one. If I am not curious to do anything, nothing will happen. I will be all the time using this beaker of this shape and dimension of this water. I should be curious what is in this and what next could be done. So curiosity of the brain, curiosity of the brain. Once you have the intellectual right, then as sir says, many patent people will come forward to guide you and to get it patented, and to further other people will also come forward. That's why if we compare, as Professor Pandya sir said, that though less number, but still that patent attorneys are available in the market. But after patent, no agency is available which can really facilitate to commercialize the patent. This is a complete empty domain. I do not know when such people will come who can really give a push to it to forward. Then it will be the real meaning of the patent. Otherwise, inventor is working hard, putting wholehearted efforts, invention, money, everything, sacrificing the life and comforts, and patent granted. After that, if patent remains patent only, then I do not find any kind of some remarkable breakthrough. No, patent should go to the to serve the society, which was the real intention of the patent. So curiosity, brain is not curious. If a student or myself, I am not curious, then I will not get any out of the box thinking. So, and novel thinking will come only by this, where we can say, okay, value added, and taking this thing for whatever is existing. If I am curious about any particular thing, definitely that my curiousness will take to the second generation, or understanding, better understanding. That better understanding itself will open the new window, which could be a concept or a product or a process, as it was explained by previous speakers. So similarly, this is the ultimately advancement. Now, if we see that another important point, we do so many things in the laboratory, in the house, kitchen, here and there, we talk, and so many good ideas come. If any person is not taking the cognizance of that, research does not mean that there is a laboratory for invention and you will do it. It is brain is the laboratory. Brain is the laboratory of the invention or new idea. So ultimately, that cognizance of that idea should be taken. No idea is a silly idea. No idea is a idea which does not have potential. Each and every idea has potential, provided my brain take the cognizance of it. And also metallization. How it could be metallized? That hunger should be there. If there is no hunger to metallize, then I do not find anything. Similarly, then conceptualization. And if we see in other countries, in India, patent only very few patents are commercialized, but outside they take that concept and they work hard for finding out the real feasibility, how it could be converted into the product, either in the product or in the process, how it could serve the society. It does not remain idea only. So that thing should come among us, among all of us. That's why this is I find that way. And developing the new state of art. Of course, whenever we do, then new state of art could be developed. The previous art may be redundant and then as abundant as previous speaker was telling. Then revealing the hidden potential for wider solutions. There are so many things. Here also there are so many objects and so many things. We are not putting our brain seriously. Because so many potential hidden, so many things are here. If we try to reveal, we can find. So hidden potential should be also revealed, then only we can come to the novel ideas, and novel ideas could be also. Then patent, of course it is already there, none for no any other thing. Spontaneous idea, not build a, this is sand castle. Sometimes we think, oh, it is a sand castle. Sand castle. Oh, just talking and finished. No, it should not be an idea of sand castle. It should be a real model. If we take as a sand castle, then no point. So now if you see the Eureka, how are this concept of density, now it is a big business. If we see density measurement, big business, and it came from just accidentally. The king of Greece asked that because he ordered for making the this crown of 100% pure gold crown, 24 carat, and some person, third class person like me, misguided the king. No, this is not pure. Your crown is not pure. This man has cheated you. So king called, who is the person who can check? Call all the scientists and whosoever are working in. The king called immediately. And then this Archimedes, he came forward. That's okay, I can do. Then the king told, if you are not able to do its purity check in the 2 months, then you will be killed. The condition is this, that this crown should not be melt or should be as such. Shape or dimension should not be changed. So he was in great trouble how to check the purity of this gold. So since this idea went to his mind, I told you that it should penetrate your mind. So he was all the time purity of gold, purity of gold. So one day he was taking bath in the tub, everyone knows. And he got buoyancy effect. Then he suddenly got an idea. Oh my God, if my weight like this, then this much water is replaced. Similarly, if any metal does not mean the human body, anything, so 100% pure, this much water will be replaced. So he got the solution. So, and now it's a big business. Many companies, Anton Par, they have patents. And they are earning a lot in the whole world. Simple country, Austria, if we see in European country, it is small. I think maybe like Gandhinagar only. I am telling you, like Gandhinagar, I have visited Austria. So it is a small country and they are importing that density measurements, key players in the world, Anton Par. So ideas are like this, and I will tell you few small stories. And Mount Soap is also big industry these days. And we know that how it came in existence. We know very well, sir. Because it's a very simple story of this. Vatican City, there's still Mount Sapo, it's a mountain. Mount Sapo. And near Vatican City, because Vatican you can understand very well. So what happens, they thought God, Christ will be very happy if a offering is given when the animal or something is being burnt. It was a very strange situation that God, Christ will be very glad. And if slowly burning and blood comes and other things, then God will be very happy. Sometimes they were using also human being. So they were doing it, since it was a heighted place, and slow immediate burning, oil of the body, we have fat and animals have fat, so many things. So within no time you will not get this fat and all. So slow burning means that fat and other things, they were just extracted out. And since it was a heighted place, at the time of rain, it went to the pond, water pond, and the local people of that in that pond used to take bath and used to wash their clothes also. So after this event, the efficiency came in your bath and also in washing. So they thought, what happened to this water? My God, certain water automatically, some ghost has come or something has come, and water is very remarkable. So intelligent people like Dave sir and Pandya sir and others like you, a galaxy of you, they were called. Sir, what is the reason? So they try to find out the reason. This is the reason. So they thought minerals are already there and fat has come here. So fatty acids are so then its name is basically sapo, but since its language we say soap. So and soap is a big industry. Sir cannot say many good for products, there are many patents. So these are the things where only brain can do. Only brain can do the great things, sir. I do not know that if I am going, Nitin said that I am going to do patent, do you think I can do? I do not find that I can do. So, sir. And you also know that ultimately, what is this spontaneous? Sir, Abhishek sir, any source of spontaneity somewhere? Epicenter is somewhere? What is the word of spontaneous? Why spontaneity and spontaneous idea? Its epicenter, where is its epicenter? Exactly. Your own idea. That's why it's spontaneous. Your epicenter is your own brain because your own idea. That's why you say spontaneous. You are not getting time to generate another source for your idea. Your mind is the source of your idea. So that's why spontaneous becomes a very remarkable asset, sir, for this. And now we know there are so many examples. Radioactivity was also similarly that Madame Curie, she was fond of collecting the stones, and of course she was working in this, and suddenly pitch blend she kept in his suitcase and paper became black and she gave the concept. As I told you previously, there was no this thing. Ultimately, novelty should come out. And now I will go ahead. I will not pick up it as such because many ideas are already covered. Spontaneous ideas are here. And similarly, another point, we are talking about green technology, nanoscience and all. What is nanoscience basically and how it was generated? मेरी बोतल was here ना, चलिए वहाँ से लिए लेते, वहाँ से लिए लेते. So how this nanoscience came in the existence? See, like this, the talk was going on, and renowned speakers like as they were both, they were speaking. When they were speaking, sir, I am doing like this, na? That's why half mind is going. So this Richard Raymond, he was talking. There's a lot of place at the bottom. Suddenly they thought, lot of place at the bottom. What is this? An idea came. So ultimately, idea, your brain should be shaken, your brain should be charged, your brain should do the exercise. Then only you can develop and you can do everything. And you also know the story of this thing, Maruti Benz. What happened? Then Mercedes-Benz, we know very well. And that carburetor inventor, Benz, he developed this. He got patent also. And what happened? He was afraid. He was not able to drive for a longer distance. And his wife was watching this. Wife thought, this gentleman, he has whole life sacrificed, but not taking this car to long distance. So one day she, when that Benz went out of house for some time, for a week or for 15 days, She told to her parents, to his parents, her parents are ill and she has to go far away and she does not have any vehicle except this. No, then his mother told, no, 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 please don't take my son's car because my son's invention. Don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. But she did not, because it was her plan. And she took that car. And she 105 kilometers drove that car. First time, in the first journey where in the four-wheeler's life. And after that, it came in the practice. And now, so many car businesses and other things are. So, see, the dareness is very important, madam. Had she not took that bold step, then this car, I do not know what would have happened. So, and sir has already talked about the brain storming session. That is, of course, very important. And this thing, you know, sir, there are also